What's good, everybody? It's Vaughn, and this is where you get that knowledge that you don't get in college. Go ahead and scroll into the description, click the link next to WeBull, and collect your 12 free stocks. So today, I want to talk to you about entrepreneurship and what they don't tell you. Because it's like it's a new trend, and everybody and their friend want to be an entrepreneur. What they don't tell you is that entrepreneurship is the difficult path. It's easy to go to school, get a job, and then save for retirement. And for most people, that's the path that they should take. If you don't want to drive in a wraith, then just play it safe. The entrepreneurship route has ups and downs. Robert Kiyosaki broke it down very well with the 4 quadrants: employee, self employed, big business, and investor. And we all have a choice. We can either decide to be on the left side of the quadrant or the right side. No matter where you are on your journey, if you would like to be an entrepreneur, you're going to have to shift over towards the right side. But neither path is guaranteed. It just depends on whether you want to be in control or you want to be controlled. Because as an employee, you are being controlled by a company that profits from your labor. But what they don't tell you is that entrepreneurship comes with a lot of headache. As an entrepreneur, you have to be patient, persistent, and positive. And you also have to have mental fortitude and be resilient in difficult times. Because with entrepreneurship, you're choosing a path where you're in control. No one's telling you what to do. You're choosing to take control of your destiny. With entrepreneurship, you have more dependence. Not only do you have your family, your wife, your kids, your mother, your father, your cousins, your aunties, your uncles. In addition to that, you also have your employees and their families. That paycheck that you're paying them at the end of the week, they have to use that to provide for their families. So they are dependent on you now. So that puts you in a position where you're taking on more responsibilities, and that can be very stressful if things aren't going the way that they're supposed to. And when they don't, who do you think is going to have to figure it out? No one else but you. But the thing is, with this path, you're going to reap the rewards of the seeds that you sow. So the seeds that you sow will grow if you nurture them and you take care of them and tend to all of their needs. However, if there's too much greed, you will bleed. So you got to pay attention to the company that you keep. But as an employee, there's less creativity because in most situations, it's just plug and play. However, that's not true for all situations because you have to understand that you get paid in direct proportion to the problem that you solve. So if you're solving a much bigger problem, that's going to require a bit more creativity, but not as much creativity as it's going to require from an entrepreneur. And even if it does, it's with less risk. The trajectory of each path is very different. For an employee, there's a cap to how much they can grow within the company that they're working for. As an entrepreneur, opportunities are endless. How much you grow is determined by what you know and, more importantly, who you know. So if that's the case, why would anyone choose to be an entrepreneur? In all honesty, some people like to be challenged. And it's very true that adversity builds character, because in your deepest, darkest moments, it's going to really show you who you are and what you're made of. It's a path where life throws things at you and you're forced to adjust and be creative and be resilient. There's a reason why they say fortune favors the bold. And some people may not understand it until they're old, but at that point, they've already paid the toll. Although the safety and security of having a job is an illusion, some people are much more comfortable in those type of settings. They would much rather work a certain amount of hours and get paid for that labor. When it comes to being an entrepreneur, you can work hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and not make anything. But when that check does come, it's gonna be nice. The truth is, entrepreneurship isn't for everyone. If you're someone that has negative self-talk and you lack discipline, then it's probably safer for you to just get a job. But if you want to go ahead and give it a try, I ain't gonna lie, you ain't gonna regret it when you die. The entrepreneurial path will give you a much better understanding of the world. You'll begin to understand yourself, people. You'll begin to understand that this thing that we call life is just a big game. And you can choose to be whatever character you want to be, but each character comes at a cost. And when you're a boss, you're gonna have to learn how to take a loss. Once again, I appreciate your time. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave them in the comments below. If you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe and click the bell so that you're notified every time that I make a new post. Until next time.